What's up YouTube, Jeff back again. Today I'm super excited because I'm taking a look at another router from my friends over at Netgear. Now you guys saw me review the Netgear Orbi router and Alexa smart speaker that was kind of a companion setup. Today we're going to look at a very high-tech router, the Nighthawk AX8. This is an 8-stream AX Wi-Fi router. Now you guys know I don't do a lot of router reviews. In fact, this is the second one thanks to my friends at Netgear sponsoring the video. I really appreciate it. But this one actually has a connection to mobile devices, which you know we normally do mobile on this channel. It does have a connection to your Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus. The Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus are the first flagship devices with the AX Wi-Fi spec, which means if you have an AX enabled Wi-Fi router, you will be able to get those super fast Wi-Fi speeds, also improve battery life while you're on Wi-Fi. So today we're gonna go ahead and unbox the Nighthawk, take a look at some of its unique features. I'll get everything out here, talk about that, look at the specs on the box, and then I'm gonna set it up, do some speed tests, show you guys how the router works. And then we'll also look at the app that controls it, the Nighthawk app from Netgear, and also look at how you can use Google to control your router via Google Home smart speaker or even using Amazon Alexa. So let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing. All right, so as we dig into the unboxing here, I want to show some of the features here on the side of the package. You've got 4 times better performance than an AC router with the new AX standard, which of course the Galaxy S10 does support, as I just mentioned. More Wi-Fi for more devices, so high bandwidth. If you have a ton of phones, tablets, connected devices like I do, up to 4 simultaneous Wi-Fi streams. You've got 1600 megahertz channel support, powerful processor, 64-bit, 1.8 gigahertz quad-core processor. You're gonna get smooth 4K UHD streaming and gaming if you're a big gamer, and a 6 gigabit Ethernet ports. Crazy, just so much high-end stuff on this router. You've got Smart Connect, intelligently selects the best band, the Nighthawk app, which I talked about before, we're gonna go over that, AX Wi-Fi, and of course, you can control this via voice using Amazon Alexa or the Google Assistant. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look now at the actual build and setup and design of the router. As you open the Nighthawk, you'll be greeted with a quick start guide as usual, some paperwork. Gonna go ahead and move that over to the side. Let's take a look at the actual goodies. Here's the actual router itself. A nice plastic sealed bag. Let's take a look at what it looks like. This thing has a really crazy design actually. It's got this sort of wing sort of looking design, as you guys can see right there. Kind of looks like a spaceship. It's a really nice looking sort of futuristic design from Netgear. You got plastic all over it, which I'll definitely get when I set it up. You can see all the ports here on the back, the aforementioned 6 ports that you have there on the back. Internet in, you've also got 2 high-speed USB ports, an LED indicator over here for the on and off switch, power button, and of course that's where you're actually going to plug it in there. Really nice looking router. These have antennas under the wings, which actually let you get better reception throughout really large homes. My home is only 2,300 square feet, but you could probably go up to 4,000 or 5,000 square feet with this router. And I'm going to test the speeds out and get back to you guys and talk about a comparison to the Orbi, which is what I've been using lately. Of course, the only other things that's inside the package, you do get an Ethernet cable and of course your AC adapter, which we have right there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this up. Replace my Netgear Orbi with the Nighthawk router. We're going to take a look at some speed tests, the Nighthawk app, and also some voice control commands when I come back. All right, YouTube, we're back in, and I've been using the Netgear Nighthawk router for a couple weeks now. I want to talk about the overall setup, the app, some speed tests and bandwidth tests I've done. Now, as I told you guys before we started during the unboxing, one of the main things I'm going to be talking about is the Wi-Fi 6 capabilities, which are on the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. So we're going to actually compare the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus speeds and bandwidth to that of a non-Wi-Fi 6 device, which is actually my iPhone XS Max. Apple does not have Wi-Fi 6 yet available on their devices. So the setup was very easy. If you go to the Play Store, download the Nighthawk app, which is right there, as you can see. That will guide you through the setup fairly easily. You can control pretty much everything for your router inside the Nighthawk app. Setup took me all of like 2 to 3 minutes. You've got your device manager, which shows all the devices connected. You've got an internet speed calculator. Now, one thing that's important, I think a lot of people get this confused. The internet speed test that you see that I did there, that's the theoretical speed for the router wired connection to the modem. So this should be around 1 gig down because I do have Gigablast from Cox, and you can see it is very close to that. So that's not the speed that you're gonna get over Wi-Fi to your devices. We'll talk more about that in a second. Device manager looks like this. It shows the different networks that you have, 2.4 versus 5 gigahertz, and also wired connections. You can control your guest Wi-Fi from in here as well. One thing that is really important in the Wi-Fi settings is the Smart Connect feature, which actually chooses the optimal connection between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz automatically. You want to go in and turn that on because it is switched off by default. So you want to make sure you just switch that on during the setup because it is very useful. Make sure that you don't have to manually connect to the appropriate network yourself. Up here at the very top in the home, you can name your router. Look at some of the additional settings. Some of the more advanced settings are found within here, like the guest Wi-Fi settings, remote management, other router settings as well. And you can also get support and things like that. So overall, the app is very easy to use, very intuitive. You can get everything that you need from within inside the app and perform the setup. Now, I did some speed test, and the main thing about this router that I wanted to see is Wi-Fi 6 actually an improvement when it comes to bandwidth, right? Bandwidth is if you're streaming a bunch of 4K stuff simultaneously and then also downloading a file, playing a game, everyone in the house is using your Wi-Fi. Do you see an improvement with Wi-Fi 6 device like the Galaxy S10 or the S10 Plus? So I did a bunch of speed tests over the last couple weeks in a couple different places. These speed tests here are on the lower level, closer to the router, around 300 to 400 megs down and around 40 megs up, which is very good, actually very nice speed for the router itself. You can see all these other speed tests at around 200 megs down. These are up here in my office, which is in the top corner of my house. So of course, going to get a little bit less speed. It is really far away from the router on the second floor, but still very good performance. The upload speed is about the same. Now, the tests that I did that are really important and really interesting are the ones where I did a bandwidth test and also compared to a non-Wi-Fi 6 device. So I'll show you really quick the comparison of the speed test between the Galaxy S10 Plus and the iPhone XS Max. So in here, the results, you can see, first of all, this one was done here on the lower level of the house, slower than the Galaxy S10 Plus because it doesn't have the Wi-Fi 6. The upload is very similar. But then these two tests actually are the ones that are very interesting. This test here at the bottom is a test that I performed where I actually tested the two around the exact same time to see exactly sort of when the bandwidth kick in would actually help on the Galaxy S10, the S10 Plus. This is a similar test I did where I was streaming a 4K video and then also testing the devices at the same time to see what the overall bandwidth would look like. And you'll notice 6:13 p.m. there, 72 down on the iPhone, and then over here 6:13, 201 on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So you're getting a substantial bump in terms of the speed from Wi-Fi 6 when you're running multiple devices. So the bandwidth is actually very, very impressive on the Nighthawk router, and I think that's definitely a reason to purchase it. So from the overall speed test, it's a very reliable router. Like I said, the bandwidth is incredible from all these various speed tests that I did. The simultaneous streaming, gaming speed tests, and comparison to non-Wi-Fi 6 devices. If you have a Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus, it does make sense to get a Wi-Fi 6 router and keep yourself future-proof. A lot more devices are going to go over to the Wi-Fi 6 standard, and if you already have the Nighthawk router using Wi-Fi 6, then you'll be future-proof and good to go once all of your other devices start making use of that. Alright guys, so that is my review of the Netgear Nighthawk. Great router with amazing bandwidth that's going to future-proof your home for all those Wi-Fi 6 devices to come. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon so I can make future videos like this. I will drop the links in the description if you guys are interested in purchasing this router from Netgear. If you guys have any comments, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to get back to you. Appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.